This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What is going on, faithfuls and Patreonians? Specifically, you Patreonians right now. Oh, yeah. It is your boys, Mike and Tony, and we are here to bring you guys into the fun-filled episode. Before we get started, we'll run through a couple of quick formalities. We're going to start with patreon.com/NB9ERS. We are exclusively live here first. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Shout out to all of you guys for checking us out here. I sincerely appreciate it. Big Mike Ing is in the building. What's going on? Now, the other formalities I got to go through here. See that ticker going across the bottom of the screen? If it's your first time on our YouTube page, we hope you guys enjoy the show. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. And then join us on some of our other social media platforms. You can start out on Snapchat or X. Those handles are Nothing But 9ERS. That is the number 9, Nothing But 9ERS. And then we also have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. All right. Again, that is Nothing But Niners. I am your host with the most. My name is Mike Andrews, 83. That is the X handle. And to my right is my guy, Tony. Boom. Sitting right there. You see the name? 4 letters, guys. It's simple. It's easy. Tony, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm having a good day so far. Got a nice, big, refreshing cup of water here. No matter what I drink on the show, I think everyone assumes it's alcohol, Tony. I'm a little insulted. Honestly.
Past practice.
I had a nice glass of apple juice on the last show I did with Zach, and everyone's like, "Yeah, sure, apple juice." Like, why wouldn't you believe I was drinking apple juice? I like a good apple juice. What's your favorite beverage, Tony? It doesn't have to be alcohol. Just what's your favorite thing to drink?
Water. Yeah, Mike said you sound a little low. You do sound very low.
Oh, snap. My bad. There we go. I apologize, guys. I did the whole intro. Oh, good thing it was just the intro. But what you said water is your favorite thing to drink?
That's all I drink is water. Like consistently. And then coffee.
Yeah,
and
of
water,
course.
Of course.
Okay. Do you like your coffee like you like your tea, your dirty water?
No.
Uh-oh, now we're talking. Now I'm going to get to know Tony. All right, guys, so I've never heard Tony order coffee before. He gets dirty water and regular water. Those are the 2 things I know that Tony drinks. Dirty water is unsweetened tea, extra ice, nothing else in it. Like just it looks like and tastes like dirty water. So what's your coffee order?
I get coffee at a place called Brook. It's I don't wait shit. That's so automatic. I don't even know it. I don't even say it anymore. They just do it.
Hi, welcome to Brook. Can I take your order?
No, I don't even say it. I just walk in and they know what I want.
And they just know it. So you don't even know what your order is because you've just been getting it for so long.
A regular iced mocha with cream and 1 sugar and a raw.
Regular iced mocha with a cream and a sugar and a raw. You called it raw?
Sugar in the raw, it's called. It's not like white granular. It's like it's not.
It's
white
the brown ones. It's the raw sugar.
Yeah, raw sugar.
Okay. I've seen. Okay. I know what you're talking about. All right. Oh, okay. All right, man. One sugar. Okay. Ice cream mocha or something like that. It's all good. Listen, man, this is going to be a short episode. I'm not going to take up a lot of people's time today, but there's obviously some news going around about the 49ers and one of their star wide receivers. Am I using the term wrong? Is he still considered a star? I'll leave that up to you guys.
Bigger names maybe on the roster.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the bigger names on the roster. Is he no longer a star? Are we gonna just do that to him? I think Deebo's a star, but we got a couple of things to discuss. So let's go ahead and get into it. It turns out the 49ers and Deebo Samuel have agreed to find a trade partner. Is that a fair statement?
Yes. Yes.
Tony, you hear this, just tell me your thoughts. Like just hit me with your thoughts. Just don't even bite your tongue. Don't hold back. What are you thinking, man? Good idea, bad idea. Let's start there.
I think, like we spoke about this earlier, I think this has a lot to do with the incident that happened with Pepper and the kicker, Moody. John Lynch is a old school, no nonsense, ex-football player, Hall of Famer nonetheless. And I just feel that action that he took last year, I think is leaving a bad taste in their mouth. The NFL is a business. There is a salary cap, as much as people say it's fake, and you have to abide by the salary cap, or you get penalized. So, with that being said, this is the final year of his contract. Like you brought up earlier, could this be tactics 101 again by his agent? I think the 49ers have made a decision that Deebo will not. I mean, the way I'm reading it, Deebo will not get a new contract in San Francisco. I think they specifically structured his current extension to 3 years due to the fact of the way he plays, and they were afraid of the longevity of Deebo due to the way he plays. Coming out of South Carolina, there was reported meetings between the administration of the 49ers, the front office of the 49ers, and the South Carolina Gamecocks coaches, and there was prime concern about his offseason with his weight. So I think due to the situation that happened on the field, on TV, roster decisions that need to be made as far as finances with the salary cap and his ability to play through a potential other extension with the way he plays, it all lines up to what this tweet says, in my opinion. I truly do believe that Deebo might have asked for a trade, probably asked for a trade, and this is the outcome of it. And now the agent's involved, whether he was provoked by the agent to ask for the trade, or was it Deebo that just asked for the trade and now his agent's involved? We don't know.
Let's read this tweet here from Adam Schefter, and we can dive into it a little bit more. Adam Schefter tweets out, the 49ers have granted Deebo Samuel and his agent, Tory Dandy, permission to find a trade partner for the wide receiver, Samuel told ESPN. This comes after Samuel asked San Francisco to trade him during the players' exit meetings after the season. The quote, "It was a hard conversation to have with Kyle Shanahan because of the relationship that we have," Samuel said today. "But I have to do what's best. I'm more than thankful for the 49ers giving me the opportunity of a lifetime, but now I think it's best that we find another team. And they post this triumphant-looking photo of Deebo standing with his captain's patch on, 2 stars on it. And what stands out the most to me is this comes after Samuel asked San Francisco to trade him during the players' exit meetings after the season. I think this is key. I think this is a big deal. And I think that more people should pay attention to that part of this whole thing. So, Tony, you got a minute to role play?
Sure.
You want to be Deebo or you want to be the team?
I'll be the team.
All right. Speaking of the team, who's in this room during these exit meetings?
I would say I don't know. I mean, I can't really give you a definitive answer on that, but guessing, I would say Kyle. I mean, there might be a shot that Lynch might be there, maybe. If not Lynch, I would say position coach, an offensive coordinator, or a passing game coordinator. That's involved in the everyday dealings and with Deebo during the season.
All right, we're going to play a game. I'm going to be Deebo. You're going to be the team. And let's just see how this goes, okay? What I'm going to try to do is request to be traded. This conversation has to go somewhere in order for me as Deebo to say that. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So we walk in. All right, I got this, probably got a Louis bag or something. I set it on the floor, take the headphones off, got my chain on, and I'm putting my earring in. I just got done cleaning out my locker room. Hey, what's going on, Coach? What's up, John? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's up, Deebo? Listen, every year we do our closeout meetings. We like to address things in the present season and going forward to the future of the 49ers, blah, 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 blah. Do you have any question or comments about the season that passed or the future going forward?
No, not really. It's it was a tough year for everybody, but we did what we had to do. We got through the season relatively healthy, as far as me, I mean, not the team. This is my reflections on me. I like that I got involved a little bit more in the special teams and the return thing. I think I found something there. I would entertain doing something like that next year. Maybe y'all could give me let me know what this new special teams coordinator, what's his name again?
Brent Boyer.
Yeah, let me know what Coach Boyer would like me to do. Maybe he wants me to, work on a couple of things this offseason to get better as a return man for him. But I'm just anxious to get back and play some ball, man. We had a disappointing season as a team. I think we all feel that way, and I would like for us to get back and be better.
Okay, cool. So just to let you know, after here, before you leave, we just need you to do exit physical on the way out. So you're not hurt or anything. You have no injury complaints, anything like that. You feel good. You're gonna start doing your thing and prepping for next season. We're on the same page.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It was, like I said, it was a rough season, but I do feel good. Not 100%, but it was a rough season. So but I do feel good. I'll be all right.
All right. Well, from what we're taking in here, from what I understand and what I'm hearing from you, is you're happy, you're hungry, you're looking forward to come back, you're willing to get into the weight room and ramp up your prep for next season soon. So with that being said, you have no comments or questions or anything, any other concerns? We're going to go forward with next season. Look to see you here next season. We do have a new special teams coordinator, as you said. We will throw that in there to him about potential using you as a return guy more often. And we look forward to moving towards the 2025 season and trying to win a Super Bowl in front of our home crowd here at Levi Stadium.
Yeah, man. You know, you guys, I like it. I like it, man. I like having the ball in my hands. Y'all know that about me already. I think we're better with the more touches that I get. You know, and I always want to help the team. That's always my top priority. So, whether y'all need me to line up in the backfield, if Christian's out some more, you know, you could use me as a running back. You know, wide receiver skills are there as well. You know, I do my thing in zone. I'll keep working on those routes, and now, you know, with this other role of kick returner too. You know, I mean. I'm definitely looking forward to next season. We get that contract right. You know, it's the last year, so we fix up that contract, and you know, it's what last year the deal. I think we can negotiate and tweak that contract a little bit, and yeah, we're gonna hit the ground running next year. Absolutely.
All right. So basically, now you have a concern about your contract situation, is what you're telling me. I just asked you.
I'm not concerned. I know you guys will take care of me, man. That's what you know.
Right now, where we're at, everything's going to stand pat for now. We have a big thing to do. We have big decisions to make on this roster involving extending Brock. And we also have to make some other decisions on adding, because clearly we want to make a Super Bowl run this year. We learned from some of our mistakes on going big on some players and going all in. We have to really start revamping. Not revamping, but we're going to start – we need to come in and add some pieces to this roster to be able to compete. As you saw yesterday, the Eagles won. There's some type of a blueprint out now on how to defend Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Clearly, we're going to have to go through Philly to get to the Super Bowl, because they are the champs, and they're still the champs until we beat the champs. So we're drawing up.
Don't worry about them. I remember. I know what we did against them, man. Come on now. I know what we did against them.
Fine. That's fine. But right now they're the king of the hill. We got to knock them off the hill. So in order to get to the Super Bowl. So with that being said, we're drawing up our plan as we speak. Upstairs, we're working hard to build us a roster to be able to get there and accomplish our goal, because we want to bring home number 6 for Super Bowl 60 in Levi Stadium. And that's our plan. That's our goal. And that's what we're looking forward and locked in on going forward. And as of right now, what we feel and how we feel about your situation is you are currently under contract with us. And as of right now, where we stand, we're not looking to do anything with the contract. We're going to keep the contract status quo and try to make a move going forward to restock this roster. I'm not saying 100% no, but as of right now, this is where we're going to stand, and we're going to stand pat with your current financial situation, with your contract with the 49ers.
So I know we're not going to negotiate right now, but we'll get it taken care of before the season starts, right?
Like I said, as of right now, we're standing pat. We're going day to day. We have a plan in place to build this roster.
Hey, John, I understand y'all got y'all job to do and everything. Y'all got a whole bunch of other players to worry about and everything. I'm talking about me right now. And I think that we all agree that y'all aren't better without me. You know, and I also wasn't the best version of myself this year. I think I could have done a little bit more, but you know, it was a down year for everybody, all of us. But I don't have anything going forward. I need some security. You know, y'all asked me to rework my numbers in the offseason to help y'all out. I did that. And so I don't want to go into this with just 1 year and no future left on the contract. So I just need, as long as you know, we get everything right. You know, matter of fact, I'll just have Tori give y'all the call. Y'all take care of that. As long as y'all get that taken care of before the season starts, we should be cool.
Well, we're going to basically explain to Tori what we're explaining to you right now. Right now, we're staying status quo with your contract situation. Yes, we appreciate what you did for us last year and restructuring your deal. But the difference that what we're doing here is we restructured it to push your guarantees down the line. You were issued
that don't help nobody but y'all. That didn't help me.
I understand.
My guarantees are my guarantees.
Sure, but we paid your guarantees up front so we could lower our cap costs and then stretch it out of us being responsible for it on our salary cap. You want to have Tori call us, but we'll explain it to him too. But as of right now, we're going to stay in status quo with your contract situation. We will potentially maybe come back and look at it. But as of right now, this is where we are until we fully put our plan in place. And we once our plan's in place and once we start executing in free agency and then potentially when the draft rolls through, what we do with the draft, this is where we're at right now. We want you to be a part of the 49ers, and
it don't sound like it. It don't. Hey, Tori, man. Hey, listen, I'm talking to John and Kyle, and they telling me that after we did what we did for them in the offseason, moving around my guarantees, which I already had, helping them out so it would save some money on the cap. Now they want to tell me about Brock, and he was talking earlier. He said something about they got to learn from some of their mistakes. I don't know if he's talking about me being a mistake or no. I'm still in here. I'm right in front of him right now. Yeah, but they talking about they don't want to do nothing else with the contract and all. That's not cool. Like we operated in good faith. I picked up an extra role this year. I helped them out doing that. I helped them out fixing the guarantees. And now they talking about they want to stand pat, and they got other free agents to sign. So you're gonna tell me that y'all don't have money to spend, or you don't want to touch my contract, but you also want to pay Brock and you want to bring in all these other free agents and all that. What they got to do with me? So you need to talk to them and get this right, because we can't. No, I don't care. I don't. No, come on, man. I want to play ball. I don't care where I play. You sure? Okay. All right. You know what? Y'all cool. We good, man. Just do me a favor, man. We just going. If y'all don't want to pay me, y'all gonna stand on that, and that's y'all business. Y'all, we respect that. Just let me find another team to go to. Let me find a trade partner. I'm not going to sit here and twist y'all arm. We helped y'all out with the money. We helped y'all out with the return man. Y'all couldn't get nothing going on special teams. We provided a spark. I tried something different. Y'all don't want to help me out, man. Just let me find another team that's going to appreciate me the way that I should be appreciated.
Deebo, if that's the route you want to go, by all means, you and Tori go out and shop your business, shop yourself, see what your value is, and come back with compensation to us. We want you a part of the 49ers going forward. We do feel you are a key piece, but there's reasons behind this. Okay, the reason is, and I'm just going to explain this to you. We're not going to go back and forth and turn this into a fight or a disagreement or an argument, but when we negotiate contracts, we negotiate on banking on, we're paying you on how we think you're going to perform. Okay. The one reason why we stuck with a 3-year extension for you is because the way you play like a maniac, a battering ram. And our concerns is how long can your body physically hold up playing that way? Now you want to talk about adding to your current role as a wide receiver and the quote-unquote wide back position, and now you want to be a returner. That's more poundage on your body. We have to worry about how long. You're talking about getting paid more money. Obviously, you want more guarantees to protect your future. We understand that side of the business, 100%. But the thing is, how can we invest not knowing how long your body can handle playing up to your style? And right now, we're staying in status quo with this. By all means, you just told me you want, in a roundabout way, are asking for a trade. So I give yourself and your agent, Tori Nandy, full permission to go out and shop yourself, see what you can get in return, and see what your contract could be, and we'll address it at that point. You're still a member of the 49ers. We still will want you here. But the problem is right now we can't adjust anything until we put our plan in place and see where there's flexibility. And if there's flexibility once our plan takes place, because you got to remember one thing, right? You got to remember one thing. We all want the same thing. We want to host the Lombardi on a stage in Santa Clara next year. And I'm using the key word we. So just keep that in the back of your head, because we are a team and we're going to do this together. So if that's the route you want to go, by all means, do it. Shop yourself, come back with the compensation. You're not going anywhere unless we approve the compensation. I don't care what they offer you financially. And have Tori call me, and we'll keep in touch. And we'll go from there.
All right, John. Kyle, man, I'm gonna see you in Cabo, bro. Peace out, Kyle, man. I see you, John, man. Whatever, man. Y'all talk to Tori from here on out, man. He talking about they got to worry about them. I got little Deebo to worry about, man. I'm not trying to hear all that. It's cool. Now they worry about how I play. We wasn't worried about how I play when I was running motherfuckers over and getting in the end zone and shit, right? When y'all couldn't do nothing against the Packers, right? What I tell you, God, man, y'all, that's cool. I'm out. All right. And scene. All right, boom. It had to be good until it wasn't. in this exit meeting. Something had to go wrong in the middle of the exit meeting, and Deebo requested his trade because this news came out yesterday, the morning of the Super Bowl. It was a hard conversation to have with Kyle because of the relationship that we have, but I have to do what's best. I'm more than thankful for the Niners. I somewhere down the line here, something changed. The Niners granted permission yesterday, even though Deebo had threatened it, requested it at the exit meetings. The exit meetings weren't yesterday. The exit meetings were the week that we finished football. We played our last game one Sunday. Exit meetings were like Wednesday or Thursday. Tops. It might have been before then. Shit, it might have been Tuesday. And we're just now finding out about this? On the morning of the Super Bowl? Tony, do you think this is real?
I do think this is real. I really think this is real. And I really think the 49ers will stand pat and dig their feet into the ground and won't budge.
I think that I do think that this is real. Let me start with that. I do think that this is real. What I don't know is who it's real for. Let me say that. I don't know. I think that the request for a trade being granted is real by the Niners. I think that this is hey, you know what? He wants to go somewhere. Let him find somewhere to go. I believe the Niners want him back on that 1-year deal, and that's it. I don't think the Niners want him to go anywhere. I think they want him a part of this thing when CMC comes back healthy, when Ayuk hopefully comes back healthy, when Trent Williams comes back healthy. We know the list of players. Add Deebo into that. An emerging Pearsall. Maybe we finally start to get something out of Cowing. All of a sudden, we got a really good offense to surround Brock Purdy with, right? Like, this is what the goal is. I don't think the Niners think that they get better without Deebo. I think that he has a role.
I don't think so either. I agree with that 100%. But I do think there's a side of this where they do have to stand firm. And it's finances, and it's the other things that we addressed previously.
Well, if it's not real for the Niners, it's real as in they're letting him do it, but that means that I don't think it's real for Deebo. And that's where we are right now. So before we even heard the trade rumors, there was this photo going around. You know what photo I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Deebo said he was ready to eat, and I got to believe it. Why is he wearing an Eagles jersey? And then we hear the whole
There's another photo going around now.
Oh, there's another one? No.
Yep.
Send it to me.
I got to find it.
Is it on X?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Is it a jersey swap photo?
Yep.
What team? Please tell me it's the Browns.
Denver.
Oh. Can I ask you this question?
Mm.
Do you think that picture I just showed of Deebo was edited?
I don't know.
This picture of him in this Eagles shirt, jersey. You think this is edited?
I don't know.
That is a hell of an edit job.
I don't think so. Because he's boys, but what's his name?
Right. But you know what this reminds me of, Tony? And this is why I don't know if it's real for Deebo's team. This is why I don't know if it's real for Deebo's team. Because they did this same exact shit 3 years ago when he was negotiating for a contract, when he had 1 year left on his deal.
Yes, I agree with you 100% with that. But there's something different about this. Okay, it's like they're at the crossroads, right? That previous time with the Dallas swap, that was 100% okay. The Niners want him. He's still hungry. He's young, coming up a very productive season. And, we don't want him to leave. He's a part of our future. Bang. We need to get this done. We need to extend him. Now it's more of the financial business that's kicking in, where it's not about keeping the talented player. So it's teetering towards more of a financial decision now. And that's the difference between then and now. So the way I see it, there it is. The way I see it is this is the 49ers in a roundabout way putting the ball in Deebo and Tory Dandy's court 100% in a roundabout way, not as concerned or worried of the outcome at the end now rather than in the past. Where if they let him do that and let him shop himself, worrying that they're going to come back with an astronomical number, they're going to be like, shit, now we're in a screwed up spot that he got a lot more on the market than what we could budget and pay him. Now, if that number comes back astronomical, you better get me at least a 3 back or else you're not going anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. That's the mindset. It went from building the best roster, having the best people on it, to, okay, now we got to think business economics of it. Yeah, Deebo still could probably help this team get over the top next year, 100%. If everyone else is healthy, McCaffrey, Ayuk, well, we don't know what the hell Ayuk's going to be. But I'm just going to say this. I think the 49ers screwed themselves because they extended Deebo first with the wide back label, and then they bring in a Christian McCaffrey, which devalued the wide back label for Deebo Samuel. So essentially, they brought 2 people that do the same thing and that are on the same offense. So they pay Deebo to be the wide back / wide receiver / weapon, but then they say, okay, let's bring in Christian McCaffrey, even though we just paid Deebo this much, and totally devalued that contract. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 100% business decision. This is 100%, go ahead. You feel you can get better? Shop yourself. Come back to have Tory call us with what you got on the market. No word. I want to see a written proposal, 100% justified. And if we feel it's something we could do to retain you in San Francisco, we'll talk. We'll negotiate off of that number. If it's something that's totally out of our budget or out of our reach or what we feel your value is, let's start talking. We'll call the GM and start negotiating a trade. And that's that. It's either A or B. And I think the 49ers screwed up last year for 2 reasons. Number one, there's rumors flying around that they had a low first-round pick on the table for him, which I don't believe. I also heard a scenario where a high second-round pick, which I think is more realistic for Deebo, and they didn't pull the trigger. But they renegotiated his deal to push the money back. So that tells me 1 or 2 things. This time last year, they wanted him to be a part of the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what has transpired from that point to this point, in that 1 year calendar window?
Well, a lot. Ayuk.
We could talk about it, right? The Ayuk holdout, the Ayuk injury, his production drop off, the continuous concerns of not being able to create separation versus man, the drops, the fumbles, the injuries, and then that little issue that was caught on national TV as someone that wears a 2-star C on his jersey.
Had everybody
Are you fucking kidding me?
Now listen, Emotions run high in games. It's very frustrating when you're trying to put points on the board. You drive that offense all the way down the field, and bang, he misses a field goal. And, one time, all right, man, listen, slap on the back of the head. Yo, you got this. Don't worry. Brush it off. We'll get the next one. And then he misses another one. And then it just becomes like a repetitious thing. It gets frustrating. Emotions get involved because they're saying to themselves, man, I can curse, right?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm fucking killing myself getting this team in position to put points on the board and you miss a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So the emotions run high. Totally understand. But the shit got caught on national TV. And knowing the type of person that John Lynch is, with that old school mentality, I think it just put a little bit of a different taste in his mouth.
I get it, man. And I understand it, right? I do understand what you're saying, right? Because you could think one thing about somebody one year and think something completely different the next. I know the first time they started contract negotiations with Deebo, I felt differently about him. I said it on my Patreons. I said, I'll applaud when he makes a good play, but you're never going to see me going to bat for this guy anymore. To me, he showed his true colors in that last contract negotiation.
Sure.
And maybe it was all by design. Maybe it was his agent, Tory Dandy, right?
Which I think he's a big part of it. For
sure. I mean, because it was very similar with the other wide receivers that he was negotiating for at that time, right? But it's just odd to me how many things we're seeing happen again, right? People were saying Deebo shouldn't come back to the Niners. He was liking those tweets, right? Adam Schefter makes this post here. He puts the praying hands over it. So we know it's true. Now that's the confirmation. He didn't say anything negative by putting the praying hands, but now that confirms, this isn't a rumor.
He's acknowledging it, and he's acknowledging it. That's a big issue. So that tells me that he legit asked for that trade at that meeting.
Exactly.
And you froze. The stream didn't freeze, so I'll still talk.
You got me?
Yeah, there you are.
My virus thing. I got to get this. I don't know why it's giving me a problem here. Let me stop sharing that. It's trying to give me a problem there. But his agent, these are all the things that were happening during the last contract negotiation, and it makes me, I'm sorry, it gives me pause. It gives me pause that maybe this is all contract negotiation by his agent. But the difference is everything that you said, Tony, and this time, if the Niners get an offer, I think they just might take it. So let's talk about what we would do with Deebo. I want you to tell me if you're going to keep him, if you're going to trade him, what you got to accept for him, and then I'm going to give you a trade proposal at the end of this, and you tell me if you want to do it, and then we'll wrap this thing up here because I don't want to keep either one of us too long. But I want to know, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, all right. No, because my Bitdefender thing is popping up again here. This is an expensive-ass antivirus thing, and, it blocks me from doing stuff that I want to do sometimes. I have to, go in and override it, so I can't tell if it's shutting me down again or not. So, yeah, what would you do, Tony? I want you to speak on how you view the team, and I want a final answer from you. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't change later, but I want to know he's staying and he's finishing out his contract. He's getting traded, but for nothing less than blank, or we cut him. We know that there's all this money that's out there. The prorated guarantees is what totals the dead cap, so the number won't necessarily change, regardless of whether he's on the roster by March or not. We saw the Jason Hurley break that down for everybody earlier today. That March 22nd deadline, if he's on the roster after that, it's a bonus. If he's not on the roster, it converts to pure salary. Either way, the dead cap stays exactly the same because the dead cap is a total of the bonuses. So Hurley broke that down for everybody. That does not change at all. It doesn't matter if he's on the roster or not, basically. So dead cap stays the same. Go, Tony. What's your final, how are you doing it?
I think they stand firm. No extension, no restructure.
and he stays. You're saying contract be damned. That's not changing, right?
I think he stays through the meat and potatoes of the offseason and gets moved June 1st, after June 1st, to somewhat lower that hit. Because you froze? I don't know. There is a significant difference between pre and post June 1. So, with that being said, I think he's. I mean, I don't know, man. I think they could. I don't know. They could restructure that deal somehow, some way, and lower that number and add more void years just for salary purposes to lower the brunt in 2025. Mm-hmm. That could be a scenario where they do that and kick him right out and trade him and stuff. Like, I'm scrolling around on Twitter right now, and I just went past a tweet from KMBR, and it was something to the notion. Let me see. I'll see if I can find it real quick, and I'll read it to you. And this is an outsider speaking about his opinion on how he sees it. And, it's kind of sad. But on the other hand, it could be somewhat true. And hold on. And no, it's not there. I got to find it. 1 second.
Oh, it's the one with where the person says, this is like, you can't fire me, I quit.
Exactly.
I'll play the audio. I got it right here.
That's not a good listen. You're trying to go and make a Super Bowl run. You've been waiting. This has been your goal. It's been 30 years since they've won a Super Bowl. 30 years.
40 years. Sorry. No one's gonna get that reference. I shouldn't have done that. I apologize.
All right, so
here I'll play the clip really quick. All right. This is from KMBR. All right. And this is the post. We should be able to hear it.
And I think after drafting Ricky,
for both cap reasons and production reasons, I think both teams want to move on.
Yeah.
Maybe Deebo doesn't feel the love. He's not going to get an extension from the Niners. The Niners drafted Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, for that matter, specifically because they thought that Deebo might be gone. But your reaction when you heard that?
I mean, I'm not too surprised, to be honest, because to your point, the writing kind of has been on the wall, and we were discussing whether or not they would let this final year of his contract play out or not, or if they would move him for some more value. And I think after drafting Ricky, after seeing the production from Jawan Jennings last year, I know Ayuk's a question mark of when he's going to come back with that knee injury, but I'm not too surprised that they're moving on from Deebo Samuel. It's just the fact that it was Deebo who officially requested the trade. But I got to be honest with you. The vibes I'm getting right now from Deebo are, you can't fire me, I quit. He's kind of requesting the trade to get out in front of it, saying that it's his idea to get traded. I think it protects his value a little bit more if the Niners just went on and flipped him without him.
By the way, now we know why he was wearing that Eagles jersey. Huh?
Yeah, makes sense.
Right.
Which I got to say,
Trash.
It was pretty trash for Deebo to be wearing.
All right, I don't want to hear the rest of that shit. But yeah, so that's that take. I mean, and not for nothing, him requesting the trade helps the Niners, right? If the Niners are the team seeking the trade, they're like, why are we going to help you guys out? Well, then we're going to lowball you. Deebo being the one to request the trade helps the Niners. Just like Myles Garrett, him requesting the trade, it helps them. It helps the Browns as well. I always believe that if the player is the one that wants to get out, now other teams are like, oh, if that person doesn't want to be there, we got a chance to get him away. Period. If a team wants to get rid of a player, it's probably because they're either a problem or they don't believe in them. Nobody wants to get rid of good players. So you're not going to get the best option, the best return for that player. So him requesting the trade and the praying hands that confirmed that he requested the trade, that's why I said those things mean something.
Like, my thing is this, right? Let's just stop for 1 second and just analyze something. You're talking about the guarantees. You're talking about wanting an extension, my future, blah, 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 blah. Based off of his production, would you extend him?
Yes. It wouldn't be
to what he wants.
Probably not. I don't know what he wants, so I don't want to speak of him. But he's not getting top 10 quarterback money. I mean, wide receiver money. He's not getting top 15 wide receiver money. It'd probably come in somewhere around $16 million a year. Like, it's going to be low. That's top tight end money. But I'm not giving them 25, 30, 40 million. No, hell no. I'm not doing that again.
So
I'd probably be willing to go as high as 17 million a year, 17.5 million a year.
all right, so here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Right now, I think, and they made a good comment and just put a light bulb on in my head. Based off of what they just said, and it makes 100% sense, I think the 49ers had no clue what Jawan Jennings was coming in to the last season. And his extension showed it because it wasn't a massive extension. Jawan Jennings came in and outperformed that extension. And I think with them seeing that, I think is making this decision a little bit easier for them and on how to handle this situation. Granted, he's not as fast as Deebo, but on a production level from the wide receiver, and I'm using the key word, production at the wide receiver position, in my opinion, I think Jawan Jennings is above Deebo in the depth chart. That's the way I feel.
Okay.
If Ayuk wasn't hurt, I think Deebo's wide receiver option. I think Deebo would be wide receiver 4.
Wait, 4? The fuck? I understand Jennings, and I understand Ayuk.
3. I'm sorry, 3. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't have Pearsall above Debo.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Wide receiver 4 in their option.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You are lying, bro.
Excuse me, bitch.
I'll tell you what's so wrong about that.
Pearsall's not a better wide receiver than Deebo.
Pearsall outproduced Deebo Samuel in one full season in 4 games.
No, he did not.
Pull up the stats.
Oh,
If
Tony,
it's not
you are
by much,
mistaken, brother.
If Deebo got him, it's not by much.
Ricky Pearsall finished the season with. Here we go. He finished the season with 400 yards.
And what did Deebo get?
He had like 8 something, didn't he?
No. Receiving yards?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Deebo finished. 670. Okay, I know where I got 8 from. He had
800 total yards. 800 total.
Yeah, that's where I got 800 from. But he had 670 receiving.
Out of what? Pearsall came on what? 5 games, 6 games, right?
Pearsall played in 11 games.
Okay, well let's be real. Okay, he got shot. He was out. Whatever. He missed time. In his production, where he actually was a part of the game plan, touching the ball, production, catching, stuff like that, I'm willing to say I would rank him off of 7 games. And you're telling me it's a 200-yard receiving swing between Deebo in 16 games compared to 7 games?
15. But like while Deebo was active for 15 games, he wasn't in all 15. Like he got hurt early in the game, like after doing 1 drive and didn't come back for that whole game also. So
sure.
the numbers aren't gonna. We're not gonna be able to. I understand what you're saying. Let me be clear. I do understand what you're saying. Like the way Pearsall finished the season gives you hope that he is and should be a better wide receiver than Deebo. I do get that. But I'm not willing to just come in and be like, oh, this rookie is better than what Deebo is right now. I'm not going to give him that much praise.
I see it. I see it as a passing in the passing offense. Deebo, like you yourself, was the biggest critic, and I don't understand how you just can't see it right now. You yourself said he can't get open. You yourself said
he can't. But I don't see Pearsall getting a ton of separation either.
I understand it, but if they come back fully healthy, Mike, listen to what I'm saying. Fully healthy.
Nah, man.
Deebo becomes a luxury signing. What's his role?
Deebo is everything and everybody, bro. Listen, the reason I'm not letting you do that.
That's why they granted the permission.
I'm not accepting no Deebo slander because we got to get as much trade bait as possible. And our words have power. Deebo is wide receiver 2 once Ayuk is here. He is weapon. He's weapon 2 and wide receiver 2 on this offense. CMC is the best weapon on this team, and Brandon Ayuk is the best wide receiver on this team. But Deebo is second at both of those, and we deserve a second in return for him. Now, you, Tony, final answer, you are keeping him and letting him play out the last year unless we get the right deal for him, correct?
Yes.
What is the right deal? And don't let it be, 3 first. Like, come on. Like, let's have a realistic conversation. What's the right deal for Deebo?
I think high would be a second rounder. I think fair deal would be a third.
Late second round pick, mid third round, that range there, that 20 pick range. Okay. But if you don't get that, if someone calls you and offers you a 5th,
now you got to ask yourself, what could come out of this if you're dealing with a disgruntled player? And is it worth it?
Are you accepting a 5th? No.
I said, if he buys in and he's willing to risk and play on his final year of his deal to prove himself and make himself money going into the future, I would keep him on the roster. But if he's going to become a distraction and an issue within that locker room and start going doing silly things with half-assing it, the potential's there. If he's not engaged and he's not locked in, there could be distractions and taking place. So my thing is this: if it's not going to become an issue and a distraction, I keep him. I'm not taking just a 5th. I would have to say, multiple picks or a 5th that can go up to a 3rd based off of production, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what they feel about him. I don't know what they truly feel inside that room behind closed doors. Like if you closed the doors and locked it and said no one could hear us, what do you think they're saying?
I think they're saying that we just got a gift here. Let's see what the offers are, and worst case scenario is we're keeping him and he's playing on his last year deal. Deebo has no reason to be bad next year. He wants to get paid going forward, no matter how you look at it. Whether he's traded or whether he's here. He wants to get paid next year and forward.
Now let me ask you this. If he holds out.
We have all the cards. So what? You're hurting yourself.
No.
You mean no?
They're hurting.
Yes, he is.
No, they're hurting the team.
They're not saying that behind closed doors.
I'm telling you they are. That's because of what just transpired with Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk didn't hold out. Brandon Ayuk was there week 1. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Are you talking about the practice stuff?
Yeah.
Like the training camp and all that?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, that's different. I thought you meant hold out like missing games. I thought you meant
no. He's not participating. Therefore, he's not in shape, which is a concern with his weight. And number 2, how far will he go until he gets hurt?
He's and now you're valuing himself then. But okay. So let's say he does that, right?
Because now I don't know if there's injury guarantees, but they're screwing themselves. This is where it gets very.
I hear that. They still got an ace. God, that's really rude. Excuse me. Sorry. They still got a joker. They still got an ace. You hold out. You hold out. Now we'll accept any trade. We're not even going to let you come in here. So now you're going to go to a team and be out of shape over there, and we got compensation. Now the bad thing is, it's going to be for the next year's draft. It's not going to be for this one.
Sure.
But off the books is off the books, and we'll look to move on from there. Because what I won't do is allow Deebo's contract negotiation and status to affect what we're going to do in this draft. This team is drafting a wide receiver with one of their first 3 picks. I'm telling you guys now. They are drafting a wide receiver with one of their first 3 picks. They have no idea about Deebo. They have no idea the status of Ayuk. So that leaves you with Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, and a bunch of other question marks that haven't done shit. They are drafting a wide receiver with their first 3 picks.
I got to be honest
They're going to.
I think they took Pearsall because of that, because they knew this draft was not good for wide receiver.
High, yes. They're not taking a wide receiver at 11. I don't think they're going to take a wide receiver at 11.
There's no one worth being at 11.
But we have 4 picks in the top 110 or something like that, 120, something like that. 3 picks inside the top 100, right? Like they're going to do it. They're going to do it. One of those guys is going to be a wide receiver.
Me personally, I would rather sign a mid-tier free agent or try to trade for a young developmental wide receiver than waste a pick in this draft when this draft is loaded at offensive line, defensive line, tight ends, all major needs that they could protect. Huh?
Didn't they sign a Giants wide receiver?
Yeah, but I mean he's off the street guy. I mean, Hodgson's a good receiver, but he's slow. He's not fast.
That's his name.
He's like Juwan Jennings, but like he is talented. I mean, he had a big year. He had a good season, not a big year. He had a solid season with the Giants due to injuries. But the thing is this, it's plain and simple. There's nobody in this draft that's screaming to me that is going to be around in the round 3 or
no, there's talent out there. This might not be the best wide receiver class. Like wide receivers might not take over the first round. There's
your top 5 guys is a major drop off. And for me to say, let me take a risk on him just to say we address the wide receiver rather than, I mean, look where they picked Pooney. You're talking about wasting a third on a receiver. They picked Pooney right in the 3rd round. If they come out and they draft a DT at 11, then come back at 43 or 44, whatever their 2nd round pick is, and then double down and get a defensive end, that's half of your defensive line rebuilt. Boom, right there. Then you come back with your 3 third rounders. I think we have 3 third rounders. We comp pick, our pick, and then you have the other comp pick for the what's his name that went to the Titans, who's no longer there, but whatever. You can go tight end, another offensive line, a defensive line. You can go a tackle. You can go like there's a guy Belton flown around that's in that round 3 range that you can pick up. What I'm just trying to say is I think they need to address the trenches, especially watching the Super Bowl. They need to rebuild the trenches of this team. And with that being said, they could do a little bit with free agency and they could do it with the draft. The more you have, the better chance you have on hitting and the better you have a chance on having a productive unit. So I'd rather grab somebody that's going to be a solid piece going forward than just to say, let's grab a receiver here because we just want to grab a receiver here. That's where I'm like a little bit lost with the wide receiver and the draft and stuff like that. But I mean, another thing is tight ends. Like this team hasn't been able to fucking hit on a tight end for years.
Yeah. But not for nothing, and this is going to sound like a cop-out, that's why Deebo is more valuable here. Because while he's not a tight end, he is that closer to the line of scrimmage type of player that a tight end would be for this team. You get what I'm saying? So, I
see it. I see what you're saying. I see it's a weapon. I understand what you're saying. I understand that. But if I said to you, if they can move on from Deebo and save $15 million, let's just say hypothetically that they could do it before free agency starts, even though they can't. But let's just say they could. You could take that $15 million and go right to the kid in Atlanta and sign Drew Dalman with $15 million a year on a 3-year, 4-year deal, and you just improve the interior of offensive line. Mm-hmm. But would you rather give it to Deebo because he's Deebo? And
you got me fucked up. I'm not saying pay him. I'm just saying.
No. I'm just saying. Helps. Like I asked you, what do you think he would be worth? You said 15, 16 million. So if you understand, it's being smarter now. Now, like you're to the point where now we got to pay the quarterback, right? The quarterback, even though I think Brock Purdy's first 2 years, his cap hits are going to be really low. They purposely structured that. Why? Trent Williams will be off the books. CMC will be off the books. So when that escalator hits, those guys will be gone. All those big contracts. So they have a window here where they can come in and put, I can get this guy here. And now you're going to be, instead of 100% frugal and start cutting big names and taking hits, no. You can move on from this one, You can bring this one in, give them a little money now, but put that 2-year option in where Brock Purdy's shit hits, and these guys, they're not there after 2 years, we can move on from these guys. Like, that's how they're doing it. Like, if you notice, their free agent class last year were all 2-year deals. Gross Matos, Leonard Floyd, Sheldon, not Sheldon Day, Elliott, Jordan Elliott, the defensive tackle they traded for. What's his name? Collins, Malik Collins.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2-year deals. They're all on their final deal this year. There's a pattern in how they're structuring things, and they're actually really smart in the way they're doing it. I just wish they would stop restructuring guys that aren't a part of the future. If you want to restructure Fred Warner, his career is going to end as a 49er. I think George Kittle is going to end as a 49er. Other than that, I mean, Nick Bosa could be here, will end as a 49er. He could be a potential restructure. But other than them three, I'm not touching CMC's deal. I'm not touching Trent's deal. I would extend George Kittle, and I would. What's Fred Warner? 28.
I thought he was only 27. Is he 28 already?
He might be. He might be turning 28.
Fred Warner. Oh yeah, he's 28. He's 28.
Right. So those are the guys I would look at to restructure. Other than that, I mean, personally, I'm not touching those older guys' deals. That's just me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. So let me propose a trade to you. You tell me if this gets it done. So you're the GM.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a call, and I got Deebo Samuel. I want Myles Garrett. I pick up the phone, and I call you guys over there in Cleveland. Now, Cleveland, they've got the second overall pick. They've got pick 33. They got pick 67. We've got 11, 43, 75, 99, 112. We have a forfeited one in the 5th round. We have 189. And we have 138 and 139 back-to-back picks. And then the 7th round, we have 228, 232. And 255. So we got some stuff to play with here. I want Myles Garrett. You guys want a first. Cleveland needs wide receivers. Now, they're sitting at number 2. They might not want Deebo. That's fine. They might not want Deebo. He might not solve their wide receiver need. They might still need a wide receiver. But would you, as Cleveland's GM, take Deebo Samuel and the 49ers' second-round pick this year, pick number 43? We're taking on your contract. You're taking on our contract. We're giving you a player and pick 43. That's simple.
I wish they would, but I think that's a hard no.
A hard no for who? Who's losing there?
Cleveland. Cleveland's not taking that deal.
You don't think Deebo plus 43 equals a first-round pick?
Nope. I think it's going to take more.
I think y'all are tripping.
Absolutely not. He's the best defensive end in the league.
He's 30 years old. How old is Myles Garrett?
28, going to be 29.
He's not 28 years old. He's in his prime of his life. That's not accurate.
He's 28, going to be 29, or he turned 29 already?
He just turned 29 December.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use it against him. I'm going to call him 30 for the sakes of this exercise here because it sounds better for me. Dude, Deebo plus a second is a first-round pick. It's a high second. It's 43.
They will not take it. I'm telling you, they will not take it. Because I think teams will offer more.
They'll offer more as far as compensation, but he's already said what teams he wants to go to.
I think Deebo and 11 would get the deal done. I think it'll be more, but My starting offer would be Deebo and 11.
Nah, I'm not giving him 11. What about Deebo in next year's first?
No, because the value of the 32, the value of next year's pick is number one, unknown. Number two, more than likely to be in the lower third.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why they should take this one here. I think that it's a little weird, but I understand what you're saying. So,
because if you look at it, the number 11 pick is technically worth 2 first rounders.
yeah, but it doesn't. So we're giving them Deebo and 2 first-round picks. Like fuck it, no.
For
Absolutely.
Myles Garrett, you're saying
care.
no?
I'm not giving Deebo and 2 first-rounders for Myles Garrett.
Man,
Fuck
I would
no.
drive him there.
No, you wouldn't. You would not like that, Tony.
Okay.
You would not like that.
Why?
Tony.
Why?
This
Why?
team has so many holes.
Okay. We also have the 43rd overall pick coming up.
Okay,
And you're turning down never mind. I'm not going to even go there, because if you could honestly sit here and tell me that you're going to turn down the 11th pick, you're not going to give up the 11th pick in Deebo Samuel, clearly somebody who's not a part of his team's future.
Wait. I said if you believe it's valued as 2 picks. I don't know how you came to that conclusion. I'm not giving up 2 first is what I was saying. Now, if you tell me that all it takes is Deebo and 11, it's done.
That's what I said from the beginning.
But you kept saying it's worth 2 picks.
It's worth 2 picks as a trade asset. You're saying Deebo and a second is worth a first.
I do agree that's worth the late first. I do. I think Deebo Samuel,
That's not going to get it done. Why would you take, let's be real, why would Cleveland take Deebo in the 43rd pick when the 49ers have the fucking 11th pick in the draft?
Because we need something, and they need cap relief. They need cap relief, bro.
Like it's not
getting
cap relief.
Getting Myles Garrett off the book helps.
And what Deebo's money disappears? They're taking Deebo's contract.
It's nowhere near as Myles Garrett's.
Mike, all right, you're right. I'm not arguing.
Am I saying something wrong?
I don't think
the Browns right now are.
I don't think you understand how the trade works. The guaranteed money that they paid and their due is they're responsible for it. We get Deebo, we get Garrett on whatever's left. That's not
the Browns
signing bonus that they paid for. They're responsible for.
The Browns right now are negative $27 million, bro.
Okay. And what?
Negative.
You're going to go positive with this trade?
Garrett is $36 million on their. Wait. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm looking at this the right way. Dead cap is $36 million. I apologize.
What's his base salary? What's his base salary?
Myles Garrett. Let me pull it up. His base salary is $1.25 million, but his option is 18.4. So it's total cap hit of 19.7.
That's all they would clear. But now you're taking Deebo's contract. So what are you really saving?
That's what I'm about to look at. I want to see what Deebo's is for this year. Deebo's cap hit is 15. They only saved $4 million. Fuck, they're gonna have to take my first.
Try telling you.
God damn it. I know, but they get to do a new deal with him. And we get to do a new deal. All right, fine, fuck it. They can have the first. Would you accept that? As Cleveland, are you taking Deebo in the first? You're not getting an 11 pick from anybody else. You're not getting close to that. That is literally the best that they can do this year. Because anybody ahead of the 49ers, Garrett's not agreeing to go to. The Bears, no. New Orleans, no. The Panthers, no. The Jets, no. Vegas, no. Jacksonville, no. New England, no. The Giants, no. And Tennessee, no.
Don't sleep on Vegas.
AFC. They're not trading him in the conference.
Don't sleep on
They're
Vegas.
not.
I'm telling you, don't sleep on Vegas.
You
I'm being dead honest with you. Don't sleep on Vegas. That defense, you add him to that with what's his name, Crosby. That does something to that team big time.
you're talking about a spark, and I agree. I do agree. I'm not
I'm
disagreeing
not
that would be.
I'm talking about having a very. You got to remember something. They also signed the kid from Miami last year as a defensive tackle, Christian Wilkins. Now you add Myles Garrett along with Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. That defense is going to be fucking brutal.
That
up front.
Great. You still don't have a quarterback. You still don't have a running back. Like it is good. I'm telling you, I'm agreeing with you. That is a phenomenal team. But where's the other half of the team now?
That they got to work on that. But
He wants to. But you think Garrett's going to accept that? You're talking about the team. Like Vegas would love it, right? Cleveland would love it.
There's a lot to love about it, Mike, for a player.
Garrett don't love it at all.
Okay.
His post, his words were, it was always been about winning a Super Bowl, a championship, not going to the Hall of Fame. Those were his words. The Raiders ain't going no damn champion. They're not even going to the playoffs.
I'm telling you right now, you add that man to that defense immediately puts that team in a position. Immediately, without making. I'm telling you, did you watch the Super Bowl? I mean, I'm just asking because obviously you didn't see what that defense did to Patrick Mahomes.
Who's their quarterback?
Right now, it's nobody.
Who's their running back?
The kid that they drafted last year. He was pretty decent, but
he wants. I'm going to stand firm on that very confidently. That it's cool, nice defense. Listen to me. I'm not telling you that he doesn't drastically improve their defense. I'm not telling you that they won't have a top 10 defense. I'm telling you that they don't have shit to show for it on the other side, and someone's got to score points. They can't do it.
Can I ask you a question? What was the founding principles or the basic principles of the Seattle defense, Seattle Seahawks under Pete Carroll? Run the ball and play defense. And guess what? It worked for them. Yes, they had Russell Wilson. But hypothetically, let's just use a hypothetical out there. Let's say Russell Wilson wants to go back with Pete Carroll. Now you have a quarterback that can manage this team. You build a run game. You solidify the offensive line. You have two of the top 5 pass rushers in the NFL on your same defensive line with a top pass rushing defensive tackle. What more do you need? You run, you play defense.
And you think that's enough to take the Raiders from a 4-win team to taking over the Chiefs or the Chargers or the Broncos? All 3 of those teams were double-digit win teams.
I think it would close the gap big time on the Broncos and also the Kansas City Chiefs. You put those two together. I'm telling you, Mike.
All right. I like it. Hey, I like it. I like it.
You had Josh Sweat and Nolan Smith giving what's his name havoc yesterday. Havoc. Causing ultimate havoc for Patrick Mahomes. Couldn't even set his feet. And those are just those two.
I get it.
Well, just for shits and giggles. I mean, I'm not a brain surgeon, but why do you think the 49ers want or even in consideration for going after him?
Because we're more of a complete team, and we have an offense.
No. You take out what he wants.
Why? That's what got us here in the first place.
No, I'm talking from the 49ers aspect. Why do you think they're going after Myles Garrett?
Because he's the piece that we've been searching for all these years.
Okay, so
we need someone opposite of Nick Bosa.
There you go.
Fred Warner gets better. Nick Bosa gets better. Whoever we plug in the middle gets better.
Your second,
that's secondary gets better.
Okay,
yeah.
So now if we're talking from defensive point of view, if it gets better for the 49ers, what makes you think it can't get better for the Raiders?
Because I'm not trying to be a contrarian, because the 49ers have Kyle Shanahan and offensive weapons. The Raiders don't. That's been my whole point the whole time. I'm telling you, give them a number 1 defense.
They have an abundance of money, Mike, that they could spend. This is what you're missing.
Okay. So you think they're going to buy the championship this year?
Not buy it. They're going to add pieces to help push this team forward.
I'm telling you what they have right now.
You think they're going to sit on their money? No. Every GM's job and head coach's job is to win. So what do? You have an abundance of salary cap space. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. Let's trade for him. Next thing you know, you're bringing all these pieces in. Holy shit.
Yeah, Raiders do have a ton of salary cap. They have the second most in the league right now, behind only the Patriots. They do. Bro, the Niners are in such a good spot right now. They're in such a good spot. We got top 10 salary cap. We've got a top 11 pick, almost top 10. We got a top 11 pick. Like, this is the year for the Niners to do everything they should do. It's right now. It is right fucking now, man. It's right now. But like I said, I get what you're saying, that they have the money to spend in free agency. We've seen these super teams get built in free agency before. We know how that works out for them. It doesn't. There's something to do with having drafted players mixed in with your free agents and all that stuff. And they got the young tight end. I'll give you that. What's his Brock Bowers, right? Isn't that his name? He's a good young tight end. They threw him the ball a ton, right? A rookie quarterback's an inexperienced quarterback, a struggling quarterback's best friend. Cool. But I just feel like our offense and our defense is better than what the Raiders is. And I think Myles Garrett would be more
100%. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but the thing is, you got to look at. There's multiple factors in this.
Do you think they trade him in the AFC?
I think he's gonna go. Obviously, not in the division, but I think he goes wherever the biggest offer is, because right now that's what Cleveland needs. They need the biggest haul to redo this roster. And that's why I'm telling you, 43 and Deebo, you're going to get hung up on if you offer that.
Oh, so what you're saying is they're going to get another first round. I don't know. 40, well, the cap savings isn't nowhere near what I
Let me ask you this. And now I'm going to see where you are and what your mindset is. Do you think for 1 second Les Snead wouldn't call them and offer 2 first-round picks?
Les Snead. Does he even have 2 first-round picks?
Yep.
Where'd my draft order go? That's not it. NFL draft order. Here we go. The Rams pick at 26. They only have 1.
Next year.
Is this? Oh, you're talking about future. That's still not as good. That's not as good as 11. Les Snead can get the fuck out of here. The Niners have the best thing to offer them.
They do.
Without Deebo.
They do.
And that's the other thing too. I do think I want to be clear. I did a little trade scenario with Wayne before. I have no problem giving up the first round pick for Myles Garrett. You throw in Deebo there, don't ask me for shit else though. That's what my point is. My point is, if you get Deebo, I'm not giving you another pick to go with him. If you get the 11 and Deebo, leave us alone. Don't ask us for shit else. And I think that's a real option right now for the 49ers. You're not going to get a defensive end in this draft close to what Myles Garrett is going to bring immediately. You can talk about all the draft prospects in the world that you want. This guy is as close to NFL ready as it gets. No, this guy is NFL ready. This guy is in his physical prime right now. 29 to 31 is the physical prime for a man as far as strength goes. Maybe not speed, but as far as strength goes, he's right there. That's it. You go out there and you get him with that first round pick. If you throw Deebo in there, don't ask me about a third. Don't ask me about anything else. Deebo's got that value in there also. Now, if you want more, then you got to send me something then. You want a third? All right. Well, you got to send me a 5 and a 6. You get what I'm saying? Like that then you start the haggling back and forth. But no, Les Snead ain't doing it either. I actually like some of the defensive linemen the Rams drafted. You know what I'm saying? But I get you though. I understand what you're saying. But he's all the way down at 26. We're at 11. we get Les Snead right out of here. Which one would you be more inclined to take, Tony? Myles Garrett for 2 first rounds for the Rams, which means you don't know what 2026 is, or pick 11 and Deebo. $26 and a question mark, 11 and Deebo. And then we're going home.
I would try to squeeze more from the 2 first rounders because of the low picks. Honestly, hold on. Let me think about this.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better think about it. You better think about it. You're telling me you're going to turn down pick 11? And you might, but I'm asking you. No, wait. No adding more. I'm giving you 2 options.
I would turn down
1 and Deebo.
I would turn down 11 for one reason: taking on the contract. That's where I'm at right now. You have to. It's more than what you're talking about, right? You have to look at the whole makeup, right? They are over the cap, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So how are you adding a contract going that's going to require you to extend, but you're getting the 11th pick under control for 5 years? Or you get 2 picks under control for 5 years, granted not as high, but
those 2 picks are going to equal the same $15 million that Deebo's going to equal.
Not on extension, no, it won't. But how do you know he'll get 15 million? How do you know he's not going to want more?
I'm talking about this year. You mentioned the cap, so the cap is only relevant this year. What they negotiate,
I'm not trading a player without an extension.
So then it's not going to be 15 million. It'll probably be more team friendly then.
I'm sorry, you said team friendly with Deebo?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
He just worked out.
Well, I guess
you remember our phone call?
The trade's over. So that ain't happening. So let's just go
Get
home.
the hell out of here, man. All right, I'm out of here, man. I'm not doing this with you, man. Tony, this was a fun show, man. Thanks for making some time. I do appreciate it.
All bullshit aside, I would lean slightly towards taking 2 first rounders rather than 1 with that contract and plus a new contract that has to go with it, specifically due to the fact of my current salary cap situation and having a $250 million fully guaranteed contract on my books, which is the big,
which is the big what?
Biggest mistake they ever did. You will never see a fully guaranteed contract in the NFL again.
And you would see John Lynch
come down to Jared just whenever Amon-Ra St. Brown is the number 1 receiver in the route, then that's his favorite play. It's come down.
There's no way. John Lynch would lose his shit. I'm telling you guys right now, John Lynch is going to get Myles Garrett. I'm telling y'all he's going to get Myles Garrett. He's not going to be denied. He let and you know who we have to thank for that? It's funny you mentioned them. The fucking Raiders. I'm telling y'all that John Lynch will not be denied Myles Garrett, and we have the Raiders to thank for it.
Why?
That Khalil Mack trade. He's not going to – I'm telling you, he's not going to fail twice. He's not going to fail twice at getting a prime guy. He's not going to fail twice, bro. Not John Lynch. He's way too competitive for that shit. Way too competitive. Thank the Raiders right now.
Would you settle? And it's really not settling because these 2 guys are phenomenal players. Would you consider an alternative route? Something that might require an extension for one of them, but the return might not be as damaging to get them. And they're Hendricks from the Bengals or Crosby from the Raiders.
I would take Crosby because of his motor. I would take someone like him. What you're saying instead of Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
I think Garrett is a better all-around player than Crosby. Crosby gives you more heart, more energy, and I think Garrett would be an asset to. I think Garrett would be an asset to Bosa. I think Bosa would have to teach Crosby a couple of things. So I would
because I just think
Garrett.
I'll be straightforward with you. I don't think 11 gets it done.
I don't. Maybe it doesn't. I know John Lynch ain't going to lose, though. I know for a fact John Lynch is getting Myles Garrett this year.
All right.
I'm Tony. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I am telling you.
Okay.
That John Lynch is getting Myles Garrett this year.
The reason why
trades have to work for 3 teams, and whether that includes Deebo or not, trades have to work out for 3 parties.
Sure.
The
Team
player,
A and the player. I know.
Team A and Team B. There is no one in this scenario of 3 that doesn't want this to happen. The Niners have the highest pick of anybody that makes all the other components happy. The Niners have the highest pick.
This part is the scary part.
Not for the Niners, it's not. We've been fucking up money all their whole tenure here. No one cares about that shit. They don't care about that. I just told you we're top 10 in salary cap. The Niners are what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 8th. We have the 8th most salary cap, bro. The 8th most. Bro, I'm telling you, it makes the stars are aligned for this to happen. All right, I'm not doing this again. We getting out of here. We hope you all enjoyed this one. Shout out to the Patreonians, man. Y'all are the best. Drop a bomb on it. Tony talking about he wouldn't take 11 and Deebo. He would take the 2 first. You don't want to go from 11 all the way down to 26. You can turn 11 if you're willing to accept 26. You can turn 11 into another first-round pick and get something sooner. Like, what are you talking about? You could trade back. You remember where the Browns are already drafting number 2 overall, and they got 33. You take 11 and trade back a little bit with anybody you want. Now, oh, please. You're not doing that. You are not taking 26 over 11, bro.
Okay. I'm telling you I would. I'm telling you straight to your face on this, whatever this show's called, I would. I would strongly consider it because of their makeup and their salary cap situation. I'm telling you I would.
All right. We'll discuss. You guys let us know how you guys feel in the comments here. All right. Patreon.com/NB9ERS and the YouTube page, Nothing But Niners. We appreciate you guys. We love you all. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain
faithful. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners.